Immerse yourself in a world of geek culture right here in Atlanta. MomoCon is back and promises to be a utopia for fandoms. I'm Michaela Richards, and I have a preview of what to expect at this year's convention. Memorial Day weekend will be jam-packed with meet and greets, panels, competitions, and of course, cosplays. It's the ultimate gathering for enthusiasts of anime, comics, video games, wrestling, and generally anything you can be a fan of. Registration opens Thursday, May 23rd at the Georgia World Congress Center. There are a few standout activities too. There will be a virtual reality zone, a manga library. There's also foam fighting scheduled throughout the convention. Fans can get competitive with esports, limp seek battles, and arcade games. And if your spidey senses are tingling, MomoCon is trying to become the official Guinness World Record holder for the most people dressed as Spider-Man characters. It's the convention's second shot at the title. Whether you're going for a sneak peek of your favorite fandom or for the nostalgia, there's something for everyone. We got to catch up with a Disney legend who gave us a glimpse of what it's like to be part of her world.
Ariel is alive and doing great, and I'm in the studio all the time working on so many wonderful, wonderful projects.
That's right. Disney icon Jodi Benson will be at Atlanta's MomoCon over Memorial Day weekend. Benson is famous for bringing The Little Mermaid to life by voicing Ariel in the original 1989 animated film. A Georgia resident herself, Benson is a fierce supporter of the live-action film starring Atlanta's Halle Bailey. Though she's past the fork, Benson says she still has her fins in the franchise while pursuing other exciting new projects.
I'm very excited that it's going to be a really great year. I'm doing a lot of traveling. Right now, this month, I am filming 4 episodes for a Netflix series. And again, something I can't talk about, but I'm having so much fun on camera because it's just been so long, decades since I've done something like that on camera, and I'm having a blast.
You heard it here first. Benson is coming to your screen soon. You can meet her yourself during Memorial Day weekend at MomoCon. This convention is known to put the spotlight on talent that you don't always get a chance to meet, like actor Bo Billingsley. Billingsley is the voice behind Jet Black in Cowboy Bebop and the voice of the 4th Hokage in Naruto. He also has lended his voice to other characters in franchises like Digimon and Final Fantasy, but he wasn't always on the path to becoming an actor.
My high school baseball coach was a bird dog scout for the Kansas City Athletics. And so anyway, I was offered a contract to sign with the Kansas City Athletics, who became the Oakland A's, the Oakland Athletics. And so anyway, so they were going to give me $18,000. That was in 1962. So, that sounded pretty good to me, 17 years old, 18 grand. And so my dad said, let's talk about this. So he said, let's assume you sign a contract and you go down and you play in the C leagues in Texas on dirt fields with no grass, and there's no people in the stands, and let's say it doesn't work out and you don't make it. So what have you got? So now on the other hand, you have you can go to college on a football scholarship and get your education, get it paid for, and play football, maybe play baseball. And then after, when you graduate, then maybe you can sign a contract to play baseball. And he said, but it's your decision. You decide what you want to do. So I said, well, I'm going to college. And he said, well, good decision, son. You made a good decision.
And he did go to college, joined the military, and became a lawyer. But he always had an affinity for acting. After dabbling in the field in college, someone felt that his voice could lend to more. Billingsley got his first voiceover gig and never stopped. He said there was a benefit for him being behind the mic and not on the screen.
Happy to be in the position that I was in, and as I say, all of the movers and shakers were Caucasian, in terms of who making the decision to hire actors. And I don't feel like my color held me back much at all. So back in the day, there weren't very many characters of color, obviously. And so, but luckily the people that were doing them, that didn't matter. So I voiced, characters of all colors. And so I was very fortunate that way. Now there are more characters of color now. so which would provide more work for actors of color. But yeah, I was very fortunate that I voiced a lot of different characters.
Billingsley's legacy is still in the making. As a parting gift, he gave us a taste of one of his most familiar characters.
Hey, Spike, it's time to eat. We're having bell peppers and beef. Without the beef, because Faye stole all the woolongs.
You can hear more from Billingsley at the Georgia World Congress Center during the convention weekend. Next, I introduce you to a Metro Atlanta artist who added his own flair to the comic book world. Greg Burnham, the mastermind behind the captivating Tuskegee Heirs series, is coming to MomoCon this May.
When I moved to Atlanta, I was like, you can pretty much do whatever you set your mind to in Atlanta.
Burnham has carved out a distinct niche in the comic book world for those who don't often see themselves. Born into a military family in Alabama, Burnham moved a lot during his childhood, but there was one constant: his love for comics.
Like when I moved here, that was actually one of the first things I wanted to do. I had all these stories in my head, and I had never done anything. I made my own comics when I was little, but they were terrible because I can't draw. So I liked doing it, but I didn't like the comics.
After moving to Metro Atlanta and teaming up with others, his path into the world of comic book creation took an unexpected turn when his project, Tuskegee Heirs, went viral, garnering widespread attention online and in stores.
We found a store like Criminal Records in Little 5 Points. This was in the older building, not the one they're in now. But they took the book on consignment, and they were like, the guy was like, let's just see what happens. And we just dropped it off on a Tuesday night. Wednesday around 2 o'clock, he calls me on my work phone, and he's like, hey, I need more books. These things just sold like, as soon as the store opened, people didn't even know, they were just buying it.
Burnham's project, Tuskegee Heirs, follows the adventures of 5 teenage pilots in a futuristic landscape. But his creativity doesn't stop there. Burnham has produced other comic book series, such as The Search for Sataquah and The Story of Solace.
It's totally paying homage to the Tuskegee Airmen. So the Tuskegee Airmen have like a set of people who love them, that are fans of them already. Seeing these black kids fly planes and kick butt, and like they're super capable, like really intelligent kids. I just think it hits like so many of the buttons.
For Burnham, the creative process comes natural. He weaves intricate narratives, including his own personal experiences, and develops compelling characters that resonate with audiences.
I think we're executing it to a way to where people just keep wanting more and more.
Burnham has since expanded into children's books, and his newest book, Swim Kelly Swim, which is available on Amazon, aims to help kids overcome fears associated with swimming, along with other books in the series.
Based off something that happened with my brother, whose name is Kelly. And it's a really cool story. And so it was fun to, put it in the book. But I also added like some things to like show like basic principles of swimming. The goal is not to teach you how to swim, because I feel like you need to have an instructor.
Collaborating closely with others, Burnham brings his vision to life within the comic book world and has even inspired many to start cosplaying his characters.
It's surreal every single time that it happens. Like, we haven't asked anybody or paid anybody to cosplay anything. They just do it on their own volition, and it's like, it's just crazy.
Aside from his upcoming appearance at MomoCon, Burnham is hoping to host his own convention and continue creating. We hope you enjoyed this preview of MomoCon, the convention for, quote, certified geeks. For ticket information and a guide on what to expect, head to 11alive.com. I'm Michaela Richards. See you next time.